And so, when I was in college many years ago at Oral Roberts University, I didn't know anybody when I moved to Oklahoma. I wasn't familiar with the area. I didn't even know the school. And I moved up there. And for the first year, I lived on campus. I was older than many students. And I was living on campus. And I felt like the Lord, in one of the services I went to, said, get an apartment. And I was thinking, I don't have money for an apartment. I don't have furniture. I just came with what was in my car. So I didn't have furniture. I didn't have a table. I didn't have a bed. I didn't have chairs. I didn't have pots and pans. I had some stuff for the bathroom and a bed, but I didn't even have a bed. And so I started looking at apartments, looking in the phone book, calling up apartment places, looking to see what was available, asking questions. And then I started looking at a few apartments, and I got to one, and the Lord was like, this is the one. Well, it was May, and some people were graduating, and everybody had to leave for the summer. And so that's when I decided to move into an apartment. And for the first few days, I slept on a comforter on the floor with just my comforter and my pillow. I had all my things like in boxes. The clothes were hanging in the closet, and I was sleeping in the living room. I had nothing. But the Lord had me unction to step out in faith, and I started by calling up. I looked online at apartments, I called up apartments, and then I went to see apartments. And I took a step of faith. You say, Lord, I have no money for this. I don't know how I'm going to pay rent and then pay utilities on top of that. How am I going to buy food? But the Lord made a way. I slept, like I said, I slept on the floor the first few days. Then someone gave me a couch and a coffee table. They said, hey, we got this couch in our garage. It was a big burgundy couch, big and poofy. So I slept on that till I got a bed about a week later. Then I purchased a couple things for the house. But if I would never have taken the steps, it was a process. It wasn't instant. Like the Lord told me one day, get an apartment, and the next day I had an apartment. I didn't even have money. So I had to trust the Lord and begin to step out in faith.